Picture-perfect Midwestern afternoon for football. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Paycor Stadium in Cincinnati. Today we've got a Week 8 matchup on tap here between the Seattle Seahawks and the Cincinnati Bengals. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go. Here we go. 11 Thomas. 11 MT. 11 MT. Shot.
Here's they start on the ground. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
That's a nice job there, foiling what all offenses try to do, which is control the defensive end in the running game. They want to get to the outside, and if he keeps himself free, stays on his feet, he can make a play just as he did there.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down. His first pass attempt of the game, Charles, and the pass rush was right there to hit him. But no fear, he delivered an accurate ball. Nice catch.
And you never want to see your quarterback getting hit. It also sends a message to the rest of the team when he's able to take that shot and still deliver downfield. Showing a little toughness, and the team rallies around him. This could really help them on their drive.
The Bengals at 5-1 here in this early part of the season. They're in a real groove of late. Winners of 5 of their last 6.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Charles, did I just hear that right? They declined the personal foul. 3 yards, they just declined them.
And I have to think that the official is thinking to himself, did I just hear that correctly, that you declined that one? All I can think of is that someone on the field got confused. Because they had to, because you're going to take the yards on that penalty each and every time.
And he takes us just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw. Out left and hauled in by Arcega-Whiteside. And they'll get this down to the 10. This duo locked in. 14 yards there and a first down.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical. They've been crisp. And as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early first and goal.
Throwing now, Burrow on first down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Touchdown! J.J. Arcega-Whiteside, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bengals will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. A first down throw for Mayfield. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And out across midfield down to the 45. Heck of a start, a 30-yard pickup on their first play from scrimmage. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. And they'll run. It's Ken Walker. And a good burst there right from the start as he'll get this one out near the 35. 10 yards and a Seattle first down. Well, no slow start here. A couple nice chunk plays back-to-back.
I love the momentum that they're showing here early because they did it both ways, right? Threw the ball on first down for a nice chunk of yardage. Came right back and ran the ball. Looks like they got the defense set back on their heels. Let's see if they can keep this moving.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that, then maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Pretty solid opening drive here, Charles. They worked in the run game, the pass game, just steadily getting yards, and now they've got it inside the red zone here with an opportunity.
And the only thing they don't have so far is points. But the way that they're moving the ball now, that shouldn't take much longer. And they've established a great balance so far. Running, passing, doing what they want on offense.
And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it, and it's second down. Now, this defense for the Bengals, they were excellent in that win over the 49ers last week.
How'd you like to be the quarterback reviewing the game tape from last week and seeing this defense on the spot on almost every snap? If the ball was in the air, they took it away. If the ball was pop free, they picked it up. 5 takeaways in last week's game.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Mayfield. And they're going to get him. He's sagged back around the 28. The Clemson product, DJ Reader, got in for the sack.
They've gobbled up over 30 yards of turf so far, but a sack knocks them backwards. And that interrupts the momentum they were building. Good opportunity for the defense to escape this drive before they get to the end zone.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this pass broken up. And the contact right on time there. And now 4th down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So both teams come away with points on their opening drives. Now they still trail. They answered the touchdown with a field goal, but at least able to break that goose egg here early.
And that is what's important, right? Because they didn't let that initial touchdown go unanswered. Took the ball themselves, moved it downfield, and put it through the post for 3 points. Game on.
And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
11 MT, tank.
After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Burrow on play action. That one taken in by T. Higgins. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. First target, first catch, and a first down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to it.
Trying to get it to Chase, but it's intercepted. Tariq Woolen picks it, and the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football. But I saw the pressure coming out, and that just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
Now the stop made by Cam Taylor-Britt.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Meanwhile, Mayfield's throw into the hands of Fant. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Mayfield on 3rd and 2. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. They got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on 3rd down. Mayfield off the play fake. Rolling to his right. And he can't find it with it, and he goes down. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice, an ambitious effort, but it's well short. And that will keep this a 4-point game.
NFL kickers nowadays, they make things look so easy because normally from this range, about 2 out of 3. And this is not an easy kick.
Yeah, 20 years ago, you get where he was in that 50 range, maybe a little over. And it's a big kick, but now we just, if they leave it short, you're like, whoa, what happened? And that's what we have here.
Yeah, you're right. 20 years ago, we were saying run some more plays and get closer. Now we think they're definitely within range, and you're exactly right. When it comes up short, there has to be.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Flying in to pick up that sack, Jordan Brooks.
Well, that's an excellent way to get the pass rush activated. The first sack of the game for them comes on the first play of the drive, and it makes it very tough for the opponent to pick up a first down now, playing behind the sticks.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. I was pretty surprised there when they lined up to run it on 2nd and long, but it worked out for him.
It certainly did, and that requires some confidence, some fortitude, and a little bit of hope, doesn't it? You hope you catch the defense just right and break off a big run to help yourself out on the next down.
Now they go play action now. Burrow. Open man, it's complete to Higgins. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3 our score.
What you say? 12.
Play action. It's Burrow. He's going to rifle one deep left side. That's to Chase. He's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. Sometimes athleticism being chosen. He just took over the win. That's always one of your turkey ball games. Just go all the way. I'll hurt you. And it worked really well for them.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Von Bell. And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football. Well, when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
They will throw on first down with Burrow. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
But these are the situations that really test a defense, those sudden changes. They're already inside field goal range to start the possession. Their goal now, keep it to a long kick, if indeed they end up trying one.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. Jamar Chase with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Bengals are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
And this offense needed something to try and seize the momentum a little bit. That might have been exactly what they needed. Now they have a chance to go downfield and score and cut into the lead.
And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. All right, so they got that one, Charles, against the center.
And let's remember how difficult it is for the center, because remember, he's got to snap the ball to put the play in motion, and sometimes you got that big guy on your nose. You got sometimes where he's coming at you at an angle. It's a difficult job for him to snap the ball and then execute his block.
Over the middle, that's caught by Metcalf. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. So still 14 yards to go, 2nd down. And again, it's Mayfield. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Mayfield on play action. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Daxton Hill picks it off, and the Bengals are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line.
And that felt like a little extra pressure on that 3rd down attempt, and their mistake cost them points because they're inside the red zone. So you know you've got at least a field goal waiting for you, and in this case, they end up with nothing.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room. First down, here's Burrow. And that's going to be caught. T. Higgins. 20, 10, 5, and all the way in for a Cincinnati score. T. Higgins in the final seconds of the first half. And the Bengals continue to pull away here in this first half. And his kick is good, and flags fly as well. Some frustration showing through right now. This is going to be a roughing call. So just 8 ticks remaining here in the first half as they'll kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. Final play of the half, Mayfield. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and the Bengals grab it. And he brings it back. Can you believe it? An offensive disaster on the final play of the first half.
They just had to hold on to the ball.
PAT would extend their lead, but there is a flag on the play. So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin getting set for quarter number 3 here. Here's McPherson now to send it away. Khalil Herbert to return it from his end zone. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. To throw, Mayfield. He hits his target, Lockett. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. They give it off here to the tight end. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. It's another first down as this time they get an even 20. Mayfield now. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked out and incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Now Mayfield. Got a man over the middle and it's complete. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Walker. And he will not be denied. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Kenneth Walker with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Mayfield going to try to throw for the 2. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell.
It's interesting that when it comes to 2-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they get the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
And his kick is good, and flags fly as well. Some frustration showing through right now. This is going to be a roughing call, and they'll accept that penalty. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here's Walker to start the drive. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. We're just looking at the scoreboard and where we're at in the third quarter. I don't know that it's going to matter much at this point, CD, but these small runs on the ground, they're not going to get it done.
No, they're not. And right now, the guys stopping the run have been superior in this ball game, giving them no openings, no seams, and now they've got this game well in hand. And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end, a guy that you can line up anywhere, in the slot, out wide, in tight, doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Here's Mayfield. And that's going to be taken in by Ashton Doolin. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25. 3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Walker now on 1st and 10. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
When you try to create space for your running back, the first thought is how physical is the offensive line. Sometimes it's just positioning. On that play, it didn't matter about positioning or being physical. The defensive front, they out-leveraged them and won the battle.
They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. 7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Mayfield looks to throw. And this one complete to Doolin. And the Seahawks are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Mayfield. Left side complete to Lockett. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. 3rd and goal, trying to make that scoreboard at least a little more respectable. Mayfield to throw it. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Mike Gesicki, his first touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks are able to cut into that deficit. They'll look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Should have been picked. Probably doesn't matter on a 2-point conversion, but still, as a former DB, you want to grab that ball when you can, don't you?
You certainly do, and don't say it, because I know you're thinking it. Don't say it.
What am I thinking?
You know what I know what you're thinking. Well, if he'd had hands, he'd be playing on offense.
Yeah, that's true. You've said that before. The Bengals drive about to get going. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. 1 play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one. And
he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7 as that one officially a loss of 1. We have played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Here we go.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. There they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal first down. It's Mixon on the counter. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down the game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. The Bengals bring out their punter now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Returnable for Lockett. It's a 41-yard punt, but just a net of 31 following the run back. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. And Mayfield again with the interception, his 3rd. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football. Well, offensively, Charles, hard to put a silver lining on this one. No secret that they had to take chances with a score where it is, and it leads to a turnover.
I love how you paint the picture, partner, because you're exactly right about that one. Look at the end.
And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Well, definitely a good day's work throwing the football. Very good day's work. A 4th touchdown passes. They're really pouring it on.
Yeah, and so much for going into clock mode after getting that touchdown, right? Because you would think with the lead 4th quarter they might actually do that. No chance. They've kept attacking and get another touchdown pass as a result.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Von Bell. And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Kendall Fuller in on the stop.
Well, they gave up a few yards there, but all in all, I think it's a pretty nice job defensively against the Jets sweep. If they don't slow him up, he might take it to the house, so they'll take that play every time on the defensive side of the ball.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. They got to get to the 23 here on 3rd. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. And now the Seahawks are going to call another timeout. That's going to leave them with just one remaining here in this fourth quarter. McPherson's kick is good, but now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about. Well, things obviously not going their way. Trailing here in the fourth quarter, and that penalty going to go ahead and give the other side some extra yardage.
We all know it's an intense game and things can get heated out there. That's part of the battle. The bottom line, you got to keep your cool. That was not an example of doing that.
Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call. Mark off the 5 and keep it moving.
Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Now the Seahawks forced to use their third and final timeout. That will be their third and final stoppage, as they'll only have the 2-minute warning now remaining.
11.
Back to Mixon on second down. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. And McPherson on for the extra point. PAT would extend their lead, but there is a flag on the play. Well, trailing here in the fourth quarter, and that personal foul, that only adds to the hole that they're currently standing in.
Yeah, absolutely a bad job of just losing your cool and letting your anger take over. Mistakes like that, not going to help you at this stage of the game.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. That is taken in by the tight end Fant. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A first down throw for Mayfield. Going right back to Fant. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. Just shy of the 20. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Throwing, Mayfield. And he's hit it. And a loose football. And I think the offense got it back. They did. Inside the 10-yard line, they avoid disaster. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete. We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not.
And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late, but he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. They'll try and throw for it. And this is caught, so they do get the 2. Still a very large deficit, but maybe something to feel a little better about. So it would no doubt be a miracle comeback from here, but let's see what they can do starting with the onside kick. And this is going to be snuffed out. The Bengals recover. Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you needed to get in sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
And some room to run now. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. McPherson on for the point after. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. To throw again on second down. Mayfield. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. He's going to let it fly. And now here's another interception. Daxton Hill picks it off. There he goes, right side. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six from Bengals TD. Well, what has been a fantastic game for this defense has been rough for this offense, and certainly a signal caller, Charles, that's thrown all these interceptions. Another one there, and this one taken all the way back for the score.
Partner, hoping they're holding a nice little spot in the post-game highlights to show this rip of interceptions and great plays this group has made. They've been on it from snap one.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll set up to throw. He'll buy some, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack. One last shot for Mayfield here. A quick target here, complete to Metcalf. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance for the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go at each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for Cincinnati, they remain one of the hottest teams out there as the win moves them to 6-1. And they will hit the road next week.